Hello! Video about the JMD Handy-Baby car key programmer plus VOLKSWAGEN OBD Assistant where are given description of the programmer, chip generation, assignment, and application of the special JMD chips. This programmer is designed for cloning chips like ID 46, 4C, 4D, 48, and G from the original auto keys, as well as to restore the chips with complete loss of all keys. To copy chips type ID 46, 4C, 4D, you must use only original JMD chips. The programmer recognizes and copies the following types of chips. Recognizes chips like ID 13, 40, 41, 42, 44, 45, 4C, 46, 48, 4D, 61, 62, 63, 67, 68, 68 plus F, 71, as well as original and alternative ID 48 chips. Copies chips like ID 46, 4D, and some original ID 48. For Buick Excel, you need to use the special GMT 46 4D chips and ID 48 with a variable ID. Identification, reading, decoding, writing, and cloning. Reading and decoding the chip ID 46. Identify the type of chip. Read and decode for further cloning or generating. The programmer menu after identifying the chip or the original key. Selecting the data reading mode. Place the Handy-Baby antenna next to the IMO ring. Insert the key and turn on the ignition. The antenna is next to the ignition lock. To intercept the data, it is necessary to switch on and off the ignition several times. This is necessary for reading and interception of data during the exchange between the key and the ignition lock. Description of the decoding process. Data reading and successful completing. The key should be located inside the ring of the programmer's antenna and not removed until the decoding is completed. Upon completing of the decoding, you can proceed to copy the key. It is necessary to use only original JMD chips. The programmer will write which of the JMD chips should be used. You can make several copies. The programmer will ask about it. Decoding of the chip ID 48. Place the Handy-Baby antenna next to the IMO ring. Insert the key and turn on the ignition. If the programmer turns off during decoding, it needs to be recharged and the decoding completed. The programmer will connect the data, then put the key inside the programmer ring for further decoding. After the completion, it is necessary to take out the key and place the chip for copying inside the programmer coil to perform the data copying. Decoding the 4D chip. Place a blank 4D chip inside the ring of the programmer's antenna and press OK. If there are no necessary chips for simulating 4D63, you can use the Handy-Baby memory. Testing the working frequency, the remote control. Run the program. Place the car key as close as possible to the left button of the programmer. Then press on the knob of the tested remote control. The operating frequency of the central lock system is displayed on the programmer screen. Additional functions. Generating of chips type 4D, 46, 48, T5, 47. The data transfer to chips. VOLKSWAGEN. Generation and simulation of chips. The menu shows changing of the lines of the chips. Generation of the 4D chips. To generate the 4D 66, 67, 68 chips, you need to use the JMD chip type FJMDD or an empty 4D chip. To generate the 4D 60 plus 63 plus 72 chips, you need to use the JMD chip type FJMDG. To generate the other types of chips, you need to use the JMD chip type FJMD4D. Support for chips ID 46. Place the JMD46 chip in the programmer's antenna and press on the OK button. If there is no necessary chip, then for simulation it is possible to use the Handy-Baby memory. Support for chips type ID 48. Here, support only 48 chips. Support for T5 chips. For 11th, 12th chips, support T5. For 13th chip, support T5 ATA5577 EM4305. For 33rd chip, support T5 PCF 793031. Support for chips ID 47. The ID 47 chips are supported only by a blank chip of this type. Data transfer to the chip. This function is designed for the data transfer from cars Mazda and Ford for USA. VOLKSWAGEN. For VOLKSWAGEN 4th generation, OBD Assistant is required. Insert the key into the ignition lock and turn on the ignition. Insert the VOLKSWAGEN OBD Adapter Assistant into the OBD car connector. At this point, the dashboard panel will go out for a while, since the assistant is reading data. After reading the data, the dashboard panel will again light up. The audio signal of this adapter will confirm that the data reading has been completed. It is necessary to pull out this adapter from the OBD connector of the car and bring it to the antenna of the programmer. Then, to read the collected data, press on the OK button. Thanks for watching.